right there on top of the moon. We could sit and do nothing.
Hi everyone, my name is Kanika Kush, and today we're going to be speaking about Malala Yousafzai. Yes, our favorite girl, Malala. Let me begin with a basic introduction for those of you who want to know more. So, Malala was born in Pakistan, in Swat Valley, in 1997. And she was born again to humble parents. And here I would like to take your attention back to the previous video that I had made on Mary Wollstonecraft. See the similarity. That was in 17th century and this is in the 19th, almost 20th century. And you see that women or girls that are born to parents that believe in education actually send them to school. So that's a little commonality between Mary and Malala. Isn't that awesome? Like almost 2 to 50 years later. That's pretty cool, right? So anyway, so she went to school and she was always very interested in studying and understanding the world. And by the time she was 10, there was a group of men that entered Pakistan and they started to suppress everybody, including girls and women. And their agenda was that one should not watch TV and girls should not go to school and no education for girls. So, in a way, regression. So instead of progression that or evolution that actually humankind aims for, here was a group of men that wanted regression and suppression of women. Now she at the age of 10 started talking about it and writing publicly, and she used to write for BBC. She started getting to be famous across the world for her writings. I think based on this, in 2012, maybe they must have read an article or something, and in 2012, it was a very unfortunate incident. She was in a bus with a friend, and these group of men, they entered the bus and literally shot her in the head. Can you believe that? Is what kind of a world are we living in? So I mean, I don't understand these things. So she was shot in the head, but I think it's a spirit or whatever you want to call it, and she survived. She survived because I think her time is not up yet and wasn't up then. She, I think, came back with such force and just chose to continue to talk about girls' education. She went across the world. She met President Obama. And by the time she was 17, she won a Nobel Peace Prize. And that is possibly the highest achievement of any human in terms of peace or promoting something. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that very inspiring, everybody? That there's a girl, I mean, she could have easily become very bitter and sat in her shell or become scared or become like a victim of her circumstances, but she chose not to. In fact, chose to come harder and stronger for the exact same purpose that she was fighting for. What she says is that so many girls across the world don't go to school, and why go anywhere else? I mean, let's talk about India. So many of our girls don't go to school, right? And I'm sure you and I, we both encountered our domestic help that comes home. They are not the women, they are not educated or literate, and they always say that no, we had to get married. And the usual answer is that because they had to get married or they had brothers who had to be educated. Is that fair? So those of you who are listening, do you think it's fair? There are 50% of us, so 50% women and 50% men in the world. Then why are the rights so skewed? That's my question today, and I think that's been the question of all the women that I have been speaking about and will be speaking about. So I think it's time that we all woke up to the fact that when you educate one woman at one time, then a family is educated, and a family leads to a community leads to a country, and then later the world. One has to understand this. It's actually very basic, it's too fundamental, but it's key, and I think everybody's missing the point. So here's my sincere request to anybody who's watching this and who feel either parents or anybody for that matter, and if you feel that you're wasting your time and resources on a woman's education, on a girl's education, then my friend, you are highly mistaken, because it is not about going to get money always. It is about education. Education is very different from being able to do a job. Yes, it entails that. Yes, it does. I'm not denying that. But what education does is it makes you understand the world better. Therefore, your reactions or responses to the world are better. And once a woman understands that, then things start to change, because women are the creators of everybody and the nurturers. I'm sure nobody will debate me on this. So let's just try and see if we can move forward with this in our minds and make sure that The right to education is something that we all believe in with our hearts. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and do like and share the video, and I will be continuing with these series about women who change the world. Bye bye.